Where's the Queensland spirit down for
I got a smile on my face. Berkey, how the fuck are you?
I am. Good to be here, Saucy.
I'm Sauce, and that is obviously Berkey.
I am Berkey.
We're here, mate. We're here as usual. How are you feeling?
Mate, I'm feeling good. I've actually been here since Friday.
Yeah, you haven't left, have
No,
you?
I haven't left.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it's a safe space to be, shareholders. If you're ever lost or home's not doing good things for you or you need a safe place to stay, the Caco's a good place because I've been here Friday, I was here into Saturday, came back Sunday, and here we are Monday. So, look, don't charge me rent, Saucy, because I don't have much cash.
You didn't intend to do it either.
No, it was straight off the cuff. But, geez, I had a ripper time and, mate, there was plenty on.
Yeah.
There was a lot. I saw a lot of the world in terms of, when I say the world, I mean the Caxton Hotel.
You went all areas, access all areas?
Yeah, accessed all areas, VIP, non-VIP, shitter, toilets, Didn't get into the chef. The one area I couldn't get into was the kitchen.
Into the chef.
So, the head chef, if you're looking for me, brother, let me in. But, mate, started at 5 o'clock Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
And we're now recording at 6 and I'm still here. So,
Yeah, your little sleeping bag, I can see it over there.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's a good little cafoodle.
Good little nook. Yeah.
Good little.
Well, obviously we talked it up and we made it happen. We're in that box on Friday for that fucking ripper of a game.
Yeah, I mean, actually was a pretty shithouse game.
No, I liked it.
Oh, did you?
First half, they was just scrappy.
Scrappy.
And the boys showed their true colours.
They did.
They are Brisbane's only team.
Yeah, and I loved what Kevy did. He emphasised the fact that they're the Redcliffe Dolphins and we're the Brisbane Broncos. And that's 3-0 now in the Brisbane battle.
Yeah.
And I'll be curious to know when the streak ends because I'm no future teller, but I don't see it ending anytime soon.
I don't either. Neither does Selwyn. Selwyn scored 4 tries in 3 of those games.
Selly's in a mood. Second Brisbane battle man of the match. So
Selly, that was his first try of the year.
Was it?
In that game, and he got 2, yeah.
And he got a double.
Selly, yeah.
I got to say, shout out to the people of Brisbane because fuck me, you want to talk about what a full house looks like at the Cauldron?
We'll show you one.
We'll show you one. And, shout out to all the fans for the Peninsula, the Peninsula, that made the trek along the Hornibrook Bridge, or I like to call it the Horny Bridge. They might have come towy, but they left sad, the people from Redcliffe. So God bless their souls.
Yeah.
But,
you go on. You
No.
don't? Because I got a bone to pick about this shit.
You can keep going. I just want to say, 46,000 in the house.
52, dude. It's a sellout.
Well, it was a sellout, but the actual figure was around 46, I believe.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's yeah.
They say anything above, 45's a sellout?
Yeah.
Because it's all corporate.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. There were a few empty seats, up in the
I don't know if
bleach.
I could see one.
Yeah, after half time, I saw a few. I guess people probably still
Probably
went back to the
left.
seats. Anyway, mate, I got a massive bone to pick about the whole Redcliffe, Brisbane. Like, they're the Dolphins. They're not the Brisbane Dolphins. You're not called the Brisbane Dolphins. You're not even called the Redcliffe Dolphins. But you're not Brisbane. Stop trying to claim you're from Brizzy. Like, all the supporters,
Get a location.
Yeah, get one on your phone and just fucking stay there, bro.
Send us a pin of where you are.
The whole lead up to the week from the whole of Brisbane and those up from Redcliffe, it was just a G up. It's not really like the Battle of Brisbane. It's the Battle of Brisbane and Redcliffe. It just annoys me. Don't claim something you're not. If you wanted to be, just support the Broncos.
I reckon, I think it might have to be a bit of the media. The media tries to,
Well, I was in the paper.
Were you?
Did I? I haven't told you
No,
this.
you haven't told me that.
Yeah, Courier Mail.
Really?
Us in the LA. They're
the back page?
It was page 7.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, they were asking us about our allegiance to the Broncos, and I said, fucking too right, yeah. But we support the
Yeah,
if the
you
Dolphins
support the
aren't
Dolphins.
if the Broncos aren't playing the Dolphins,
Yeah.
too right. We're Dolphins, but like Broncos any day of the week, and LA's trying to claim. Well, they are. They're the official, Dolphins pub,
Okay.
and they're trying to make this rivalry.
Oh, I
Bruv,
like that.
It's like not even a thing. Bro. Like you're LA, we're the Caxton. I'm not even reading into it.
I like that. That's a good shout. So, top of Cacos, the Dolphins, and bottom of Cacos, the Broncos. I mean, it makes sense because this is the bottom of Caxton Street. It's closer to the Cauldron, so it makes sense that it's Broncos heartland.
I don't want to be smug, but I will.
No, be smart. This is your time to get stuck into the LA.
Have best of luck.
I thought the LA was also home to the mighty Brisbane Roar.
They are. Yeah, they are. They actually are. We get all the away supporters,
Holy
which is kind of
shit.
funny.
Well,
All they get all 100 members of the Brisbane Roar up there. They're all kids, man. They're all children. You should come and watch when they play. There's like they think they're all like poms and like hooligans, and they congregate and they walk down the street in like they're 50 to 100 of them, and they're all 15, 16-year-old kids.
Did
The police were there 1 week. It was embarrassing for them.
Did they get a photo of you in a Bronx jersey shaping up against the owner of the LA in a Dolphins jersey?
No, there's a fella. His name's Scott Hempley. He's a good bloke.
Oh, right.
But they got some bartenders up there, and we got some bartenders to do it.
Okay. Who wrote this story? Peter Bedell?
Oh, probably. Yeah, the finest.
Well, I mean, so let's not muck around. This is a massive show.
Yeah, it is.
It always is. And it's episode 40, shareholders. And if that doesn't get your nutsack twisted in a knot, I don't know what
We
will.
forgot to say that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
How was your dance moves
For the Jet?
for the Jet?
Or
for Jet.
For Jet. Shareholders, if you haven't listened to Jet,
Hey, I
do
wanna-
yourself a solid and fucking run that playlist back because they have got undeniably some absolute bangers.
They've got a catalogue of about 3 to 4,
Three.
5 songs.
And
All
this is
hits.
what I wanted to say, and this is almost a promise to every Australian professional sporting team out there. Having been in the corporate box on Friday night and getting to witness the halftime show, I'm going to make a statement that's as bold as you'll ever hear it. The Brisbane Broncos halftime show is the closest thing you will get to American entertainment, sports entertainment.
I was thinking that. Do you reckon it's a Bronx thing or a Suncorp thing? Who's doing it?
Well, it's a bit of both worlds.
I reckon it's the house of Suncorp.
Well, Suncorp are chiming in, but the Broncos are saying this is what we want.
Yeah. There was a conversation, like how many songs did they play? 2, 3?
Must have been 2 or 3. And
How much do you reckon
no more needed.
How much do you reckon they got paid?
I'd say at least 50 G.
Yeah, I reckon 100. I reckon north of
Really?
50, yeah. Because they were up, I couldn't see them, and they were up top of this.
They're up above the big screen,
big
which
screen.
was a hell of a situation.
It was such a spectacle.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they G'd it up in the week, and I thought this will be kind of cool. It was better than I thought. Like,
Way
I love
better.
Jet, but I was like, it was entertaining.
You-
It wasn't Shepherd at halftime, it was Jet.
And that's
Like-
the thing. You might get Shepherd at the Dolphins game,
You
but
getting
come Broncos.
Jet at the Broncos. You're getting cream of the crop, dude.
And you're getting them above the big screen. We're not just sending them to in the middle of the footy field, because in the middle of the footy field, we got laser beams, baby.
I was looking on the field and I go, this is a joke. Like, they're just playing like a thing. And then it took me like a good maybe halfway through the first song. Holy shit, they're up there. It was better than the grand final.
It was better than Lego.
Like, yeah, it was better than Lego.
It had to be. And Jed, if you're listening, you're welcome for this because, mate, bravo. I think there's 4 of them.
Place in my heart.
They got a place in my heart. People who should be listening to this is the NRL. Now, they couldn't put on a fucking halftime show to save themselves, and the Broncos did that in round
6, I think it was.
Round 6
Yeah.
at Suncorp, and that was done probably in less than a week.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
Like, and that's what happens when you're a world-class sporting club.
Reminded me of the Lakers. 'Cause
Mate.
they brought the appeal to the halftime.
Yeah, or
It's called-
Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys, yeah. The Dallas Cowboys.
Don't be surprised who you see next at the halftime show at the
it was-
Broncos, because That was special. So shout out to Jet, shout out to the Broncos media or whoever was involved in that.
Who was your player of the match? I know Selwyn got it, but
Selwyn got it. He probably wasn't my player of the match. I think it had to be Paddy Carrigan.
he killed it.
He was outstanding.
He was the VB hard-earned index man in the match.
Was he?
Yeah.
But my guy, because Paddy gets a lot of credit, was Xavier Wilson.
I was going to say it.
Holy
Mate,
shit.
you know what you watch him, he can defend. And we need that. We needed that after Flegler leaving.
Big time. And he's
Yeah.
got a mullet that you just love.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
So you throw him and Ben Tiacore in, and that's where your future
Yeah.
of Brisbane is. And I'd be just plugging cash into those two big units.
You know who didn't have a bad game either is Fletcher Baker. I thought he had a pretty good game.
Jaden Hunt was actually not too bad. I think he fucked up a try.
He mucked up that try, but he's a good feeling, good depth, dude.
Good depth. It's what you need. I mean, we're just getting
started, really.
and we're just putting
Yeah.
up dubs. So we'll go 8 in a row. The Rabbitohs, once again, well, they're in turmoil.
Yeah, they're
And,
absolutely fucked.
Talk about a backflipping fucking club that one is. They have got absolutely no idea what's going on.
They're keeping their coach now.
Now they're
They've
keeping
decided?
Jace. Yeah,
Mal's got the axe.
I don't know what's going on there. I heard Big Mal, and he just said, "Look, I don't know what all this nonsense on about."
The money probably wasn't right for Mal.
Mal's coaching Australia. Do you really
He doesn't
think
need the stress.
he wants that shit?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Fuck no. Love to see Jackie White in at 6, but that's for another day. They've got a bye now, so it'll be interesting to see if they've got an absolute nightmare of a schedule coming up.
Well, they'll be on par with. They'll be tied with the Titans.
They will be tied with the Titans, and my tip of them coming dead last is still on song. So, God bless the titties.
Yeah, the Tigers just continue to impress.
I tipped the Dragons.
Yeah, I got a confession.
Cowboys, I've got serious questions. You know what I've realised, Saucy? There's a lot of pretenders in the top
That's what
8
I was
this
telling
year.
you. I was telling you about a week or
Yeah.
two ago, dude. I was telling you a week or two ago. I got a confession.
Confess up.
On game day, I changed my tip from the Dragons to the Tigers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And the bloke said he would never tip the Tigers again.
You know how you get that game day feel?
Yeah. That
Those
game,
motherfuckers,
That game
right?
day losing feel.
Those fucking Tigers. 25,000 at Campbelltown.
Yeah.
You tell me that you're not going to get up for that. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because you're the fucking Tigers, the West Tigers. Disgraceful performance against the Cowboys.
Right,
I mean, against the Dragons.
the Dragons.
Like,
Tell you,
seriously,
tell you what else was disgraceful. Alloy A taking out Sean Johnson in that Sea Eagles Warriors
oh
game.
my god!
Brother,
Tell you,
the bloke's kicking from 50. Just let him have a ping.
no. I'm going to go the other way and say that
Oh.
was the softest shit I've ever seen. That
But it's a rule.
it was a love tap.
It's a rule.
It's a rule, but it's like, come on,
But-
come on.
This is what I keep saying about professional sporting athletes that play in team sport or individual sport. If by any chance you have an opportunity to not let the referee make a decision,
Yeah.
just leave it.
I did tip the wire, so I don't mind.
Well, I
Yeah.
tipped the Wars too, so I also
Feel
don't
bad for
mind.
Manly, but also don't.
That was a wild game. The Cowboys, well, fuck me. If you guys don't learn how to defend, you can kiss your season goodbye because they're just lovely attacking side. But
Yeah, there's about 6 of them, 6 of those clubs where you're right. They're just they're pretenders. They don't know are you a good team or what is it? Are you a good bad team? Or you're a bad good team.
exactly
You know?
right. That,
Like,
bingo.
come on.
I'll give them to you right now. Cowboys, Dolphins, and Raiders. Like, with all due respect to the milk,
I'll throw Power in that.
yeah, well, they're not in the top 8.
No, but I'll throw Power in that mix of just like
Oh, pretenders.
pretending
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Oh, mate, I put a line through Para.
I did
Mate,
weeks ago.
Yeah, weeks ago. Weeks ago.
Can't wait for the Bronx to put 20 on them.
And likely they
Yeah.
will.
Do you know it was good?
We've got the milk this Saturday night at Suncorp.
and something tells me it's going to be a tough game. Don't know why.
They always turn up, but
Yeah.
I've got a feeling we might fucking blast them.
Yeah. If there's another waxing crescent, I mean,
Well, here we go, shareholders. Ring-a-ding-ding. The waxing crescent is
Yeah.
back.
I sat out at the car park, looked over the crowd, the lovely Brisbane Broncos people, and a couple of Dolphins fans,
Yeah.
and looked up and there it was, the waxing crescent. And I thought, if
Glowing.
I've ever seen a fucking sign, it was gorgeous. It was better than a full moon.
Yeah.
And I thought, we're pretty much the 49ers of the comp. We're the Chiefs of the comp.
Kansas City, baby.
Yeah.
Back to
Looked
back.
up and I thought that means a win and a 13 plus, and we won by 14.
And there you go. So, shareholders, we spoke about this when we spoke about the Chiefs and this amazing statistic that we brought to life to you. And we said, you know what? In 2024, we're going to do this with the Brisbane Broncos. And Saucy, being the
Lunar expert.
the Lunar man himself, said, I'm just going to show up here.
Yeah.
And give the shareholders a little indication, because a lot of shareholders, when they're on the gas, they don't look up.
No.
They look down.
You got to look at the stars.
Look up, shareholders, because sometimes it just sits there in the corner of your eye, a waxing crescent, and it just says 13 plus Broncos.
We'll do it for you. We'll check the lunar calendar.
We will.
Whenever there's a Broncos game, the night before, the night of, I think it speaks something.
Oh, it speaks volumes. Speaks absolute volumes.
So that's one from the waxing
one.
crescent.
Another thing that I would love to touch on is, and this is just jumping ship, shareholders, as you know we love to do here.
Jump ship, pirate.
Scotty Scheffler. My, oh my, if you didn't watch the Masters, shareholders, because you find golf boring, well, let me tell you, there was nothing boring about his performance.
I was saying to someone, I reckon in the last 5 years, the game of golf, the popularity of it has gone up so much. Don't know why.
Well, it's because every Tom, Dick and Harry during COVID thought they were the next Tiger Woods.
Yeah, fair.
And it's turned into this massive craze. Like, it was already a great social thing, but now everyone's coming from near and far to swing the old fucking sticks around and say,
How old's Scotty Scheffler? He's like 23,
27.
27, all right.
27. He's just won his second Masters, cashed in 3.6 milli shareholders.
Crazy.
Now, a word that comes to mind when I talk about Scotty Scheffler is the word composure. So I want to tell you what the definition of composure is, shareholders, because there's a few people out there that I know that could do with a bit of composure, both on and off the field.
You tell me.
The state or feeling of being calm and in control of oneself. Now, Scotty is every bit of composure. I'll tell you a team that doesn't have fucking composure is the West Tigers, the Gold Coast Titans, North Melbourne. Okay? Now, if I was these teams out there, I would call Scotty and I'd say, Scotty, I want a bit of composure in my locker room, because when they head out to the footy field, they got absolutely none of it.
No, they don't.
And the way he hits the balls, like, I'm telling you, mate, Augusta isn't easy. I haven't played it, but I can imagine I'd find it just a little difficult.
I think a word that comes to mind is consistent as well.
Yes.
Which neither of those sides are.
No, once again, no.
Not anything close to it.
They're nothing short of a CC.
Composed and consistent.
They're absolutely the complete opposite, and they shouldn't be drinking CCs either. But shout out to the great Scotty Scheffler, mate. That was fucking outstanding what I watched today, because I thought, it's a big ask. It's a big ask, and by God, did he turn up.
How did Cam go? He was a bit down, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Smithy, our boy.
Yeah, I think he might have shot 1 or 2 under. He just, on day 3 or the third round, should I say, he just had several opportunities that he just couldn't. His putting game was just a little off.
Tiger came 60th.
Did he?
60th.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
the last to not.
He didn't make the cut?
No, he made the cut. He was the
he
last two of
the cut.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So
kids
good
still
to
got
see.
it.
So not having sex is working.
If you want to come 60th.
Well, I think he'd be pretty chuffed with 60th, wouldn't he?
How old is he?
He's getting on.
He's just the GOAT.
Good to see that he's keeping his old fella in his pants.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, our mighty Queensland Reds.
The Reds, yeah. They 3 on the trot they've lost.
3 on the trot, and we might have cursed them.
Yeah, we talked them up. I sang their praises a bit early, but
didn't we? Because
boys are going down closely, in tight games.
They're going down closely, and they're going down to sides that we just shouldn't be losing
We should be.
to.
It's going to hurt us back into the year.
It's hurting me.
So we've lost to the Force, the Brumbies at home.
Yep.
They
and,
went over to
Moana Pacific.
Pacifica.
Yeah, we lost to those.
To the boys by 3. They lost them by 3. So we're going to call out. Not call out. We're going to call on our friend Fraser.
We're going to call on Fraser McWright here, shareholders. That's your Queensland Red 7 and your Wallabies 7, because I think Fraser needs us as much as we need Fraser.
I think Harry Wilson, when he came on, he
It's not about him needing to come on the couch because he's playing poor rugby. This is a back-to-back player of the round.
he's not playing poor rugby.
It's just, I think he could do with some words of advice to bring back to the locker room.
Oh, I think so too.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you've got 2 stalwarts, and we'll say it again, that have been there and done that.
Well, I played at AC where he used to play.
Well, there you go.
For the Brumbies, they were
The
called.
Brumbies.
The AC Brumbies. And I think he used to watch me play.
And exactly right. And,
So I basically taught him most things he knows.
and let's draw on that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He'll say that.
And he will.
Yeah.
And he'll vouch. I coached him in grade 8 for grammar. And this
There you
is
go.
what I mean.
There you go.
Like, sometimes,
It's kind of like we're like fatherly figures or brotherly figures to him.
so
We
right.
just got to get him under the wing and say, Phrase, hey, we'll chirp when you come on and
Yes.
talk, and we'll say, mate, look, back to basics, just W. Mate, turn that L into a W.
Like, we can turn this into a video session with him if we need
100%. And I'll tell you one thing, he'll be scoring a try that week,
Oh.
and all the shareholders will be on him anytime.
We will be blasting him. And what we're thinking is, shareholders, Saucy came up with this great idea, and tell us this doesn't fucking scream good shit, is get... Fuck, I forgot his name. Get Fraser McWright.
Mate, you coached him. What are you talking about? He's in the team
Yeah,
list.
mate, I was thinking of someone else. Get Fraser McWright, the Fraser McWright, for when he scores, because you know he will, to give an OFD signal to the camera.
Yeah. When he goes in that camera on the weekend,
Go an O,
Phrase,
an F, and a D.
Yeah, maybe simplify it. I don't know.
Well, no.
Just Phrase, you go to the camera and go OFD.
No, give him a signal.
Give him a single as well.
Yeah, because then we clip that shit up and we go to the moon.
Yeah. Well, he'll be on this. He'll be on this season. He said he's keen to come on. We just arrived a bit late to message him.
Yeah. I thought, shareholders, you know what, I had this thought, and I didn't tell this to Saucy, because Saucy texted me the Savo and he said, mate, should we get Fraser on today? And I thought, oh shit, that's a
Bit late.
It's a bit late, but I thought, mate, that's a cracking idea. Let's get him on. Anyway, I'm already at the Caco, and I wander down to the back room where, the magic happens. And I had this weird feeling that I was going to have the starting 7 for not only the Queensland Reds, but the Wallabies, just sitting on your couch. Like, imagine coming home, shareholders, and you had the Wallabies 7 just sitting on your couch going, surprise, motherfucker. But it wasn't to happen, so I'm a little disappointed.
I reckon next week, bro. He's probably still in Samoa, wherever the Pacifica is.
Yeah, who knows where he is? I hope
Where do they play those guys?
No, they play in Auckland.
The Moana Pacifica.
Moana Pacific
right.
play out of Auckland, yeah.
True.
But speaking of Super Rugby, some massive news out of the Wallabies camp, and that's in to do with our head coach. He's done something. Sorry.
I was going to say, that's a bit of a tough road trip. Like, going to WA, playing over there, coming back and playing in Brizzy, then going to Auckland. Like, that'd be taxing 3 weeks in a row. I mean, they are professional players. That's what they do. But
you're
going all the way out there, then back, and then Auckland. Like,
you're trying to come up with an excuse for losing 3 on the trot?
I'm just a fan, mate. I was just thinking about it.
No, I love it. And look, we can get into the miles.
We're not Poms or Kiwis.
No,
we don't make excuses.
Yeah, come on, mate.
We're winners.
Yeah,
the Reds
that's
are
right.
winners.
That's more like it.
Anyway, go on to Schmitty, because I like this from Joe.
Joey Schmidt.
Love this from Joe.
Breaking news, shareholders, if you haven't heard. And he's done what every fucking good lad should do.
Hasn't been confirmed. He's flirting the idea. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I think.
Allegedly, I'm going to confirm it because it's good shit. He's scrapping the Giddo law. Now, if you don't know the Giddo law, you've got to play, let's hypothetically speak, I think it's around 60 caps.
Yeah.
Okay, for the Wallabies. Now, truth be told, shareholders, and I know there's a fair few Wallaby lovers out there. We just don't have the cattle to have that law stick around. So Schmitty, in true Schmitty fashion, has put his cojones out there and said, I'm going to take this law away because I want to make sure I've got the best players possibly playing for Australia.
There's plenty of Aussies playing around the world. Why not pick your best Aussies to pretty much put on that jersey, the ones that deserve it, the ones who are putting out the best work? To put on
the green and gold. We just do not, for the life of us, have the boys in the locker room where we can afford to do this stuff.
No.
Now, the thing that this does, it does come at a cost. And breaking news, Super Rugby is going to turn to shit because there's no incentive whatsoever for anyone currently playing for We Are Red, the Melbourne Rebels, the Brumbies, or the Force, or the effing Tars down in New South Wales.
I reckon...
Hang on, he's got a...
I reckon it'll be all right. Because you'll get a lot of people, a lot of younger kids coming up and playing. The standard will still be all right. Like if they play a couple years and then piss off for some money, I don't know. But then also, it's got to open the doors to get some more money into Australia, into Rugby Australia. There's got to be incentive for the players to stay here.
Well,
so maybe if they pull their finger out at RA, then they'll figure it out.
And that's right. You make a great point there. Yeah. It does come back to the head honchos at RA, doesn't it?
I'm sick of us whinging about why the Wallabies are so shit. I'd rather the Wallabies go better than the Super Rugby contest. You know what I mean?
And that's what I mean. I actually don't give a rat's ass.
I'd like to pick our best 15 and put them on the paddock and win a World Cup.
Yeah, because
personally,
in brackets, I don't watch Super Rugby.
I do.
Yeah. Well, I watch it, but like it's just not.
Best thing they've done is put a game on Channel 9. They needed to start with that. It needs to be on free to air to actually have people watch the game instead of stand. But we've touched on this before.
We've touched on this before. What we're trying to say is, shareholders, the Wallabies are on the comeback. And I listened to Dan Carter, and he spoke so highly of Joe Schmidt. And he's also hired our scrum coach, used to coach the All Blacks back when Dan Carter was in that glorious All Blacks side. And Dan Carter doesn't know a scrum for shit, but from all reports, he said that bloke knows what he's talking about. So touch, pause, engage, shareholders. The Wallabies are fighting back.
Yeah, mate. I'm excited for what Joe Schmidt has to offer.
I'm so excited.
I think it's the spring tour is coming up soon.
Oh, mate, I'm way more excited than dickhead Eddie Jones, that's for sure.
No, I don't even say his name.
I felt like I swore just then.
Yeah.
I actually felt like I tasted shit when I said his name. Like it was like that smell that comes across when someone drops a big fat deuce.
Eddie. They dropped an Eddie.
They dropped an Eddie. Yeah, they dropped an Eddie. Now, quickly give my AFL. Because,
give your spiel, mate. Come on.
The Lions got up. They beat the D's Thursday night at the G.
Yeah, no, you tipped this too.
That was a massive win. My team to beat, GWS, well, they beat St Kilda in an absolute nail-biter, one that they're just happy that they got the dub. The game of the year, shareholders, if you didn't get to watch it, and I did, was Carlton Adelaide Crows. Now, F me. Carlton up by about 16 in the final quarter. The Crows winless at Etihad Stadium, now called Marvel Stadium, pulled off the unthinkable. And the boys from Adelaide got the dub, so they're off.
A superhero effort.
Superhero effort, mate. I'm not sure what Marvel character they would be.
The Crow.
Probably a crow.
The Black Crow.
And the West Coast Eagles, the mighty Weagles, they chalked up their first win.
Who did they beat? Because someone called that.
Biggie.
Yeah, someone fucking called that. Weren't they paying big?
They were paying big.
See, this is what I'm saying. Biggies and a few other of you shareholders, I love you. You're putting tips out there, but you're not putting them in the OFD shareholders page.
Put them in the group.
We've got that page for a reason. For winners or losers, who gives a shit? We want tips, not slips. Post your tips in there. Get a bit of fucking go about you. Grab your cojones and put them in the group.
Grab them.
I don't care if you lose. We want your tips for the possibility of getting on.
Shake them around too. If they're caught up in your undies, well, loosen the old fella and get it about. You're probably wondering why I haven't spoken about my side, the Poos and Wees. Well, the Hawks, they got absolutely trounced by the mighty Gold Coast Suns. And look, it's going to be a tough season for me and my Hawkies.
Yeah.
But in great news, Jason Dunstall, a.k.a. the Chief, just got inducted into legendary status in the AFL.
He's a good man, Dunst.
Great man, the Chief. So congratulations to the big fella. I know you're listening, pal. So we send our love from Saucy and
Yeah,
I.
Jace.
Love you.
I don't even know who he is.
Love your work,
I know who the
Jace.
fella is.
I'll tell you what.
Are you done with your AFL segment? Because I'm going to fire off on someone here.
Launch.
All right. Klutzy, go and fuck yourself, bruh. You shit chart
I
that
was not expecting that.
you seen on my whiteboard in here. Yeah, bruh, it was 2 weeks old. Did you just realise it in your little office up here?
Yeah.
If you didn't see his fucking stupid story, he's called me out for a losing bet. It was 1 of 3. It was a bit of OFD value. Because I like to put my nuts out there on the line for you shareholders, don't give a fuck if it wins or loses. I'm going to be better. I will be better. I'll put some better bets out. But just pipe down, champion. Hey, pipe down. Cunt thinks he's a boxer now.
That's a big top of the table clash, Klutzy versus Saucy.
Yeah, there's super heavyweights and then there's middleweights, light middleweights like me just rolling around. Big old Tyson Fury clutterbuck over there. They've got a boxing thing coming up, this podcast royale.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Klutzy's like $1.17 against some bloke from Alpha Blokes.
I caught wind of the big fella doing a bit of training. He
They
was
train
wearing
with
the hard man.
Isaac,
Yeah.
my man.
Do you want to play those?
Yeah. Darcy's $3 against some dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get on Darcy because I reckon Darcy's got a bit of mongrel in him.
Shit, that's mongrel I haven't seen from head to toe.
Should I? Well, no, actually, speaking on that of bets, shareholders, this is something, it's a bit of an experiment that I'm going to do. And I'll do it for you this week and we'll see how we go. It's probably going to be a reoccurring thing. I'm going to put $5.
Because it'll be as successful as all our other tips.
Berkey does, because I can't. It's because I'm going through a rough patch here of betting. Actually, I had a good win on Sunday. I will explain that. But $5 on each winger, not in a multi. So that's 4 wingers in a game, obviously. It works out to be 8 games, 4 wingers, $160. See how it goes. So that's the outlay. See if you can get up on that.
Yeah,
you don't think it's going to happen?
I've got my, I've got my questions about this theory, but I'm all for it. My issue is the bookies these days, when you've got a shit team coming up against a good team, mate, sometimes you're lucky to get $1.70 for a winger, which is just outrageous.
It's not really worth it, is it?
But, look,
but we'll see.
We love a theory on OFD, shareholders, and 9 times out of 10, our theories are pretty effing sharp.
We're pretty good at theories,
and
theorising.
You don't need to work out how good our theories are after last Friday with the waxing crescent. And apologies for my same game, but
Hey, it's all right. You're accountable.
I'll tell you one thing, same shareholders, you did get your money back if you betted with Sportsbet, and that's right, gamble responsibly, of course.
I had a game day vibe as well, opposite to my Tigers losing one. Maxi Holloway, mate.
Yeah, well, take it away.
The man himself. What does he call himself? Max. He's got a nickname. I can't remember it. But
the pride of Hawaii.
No. It's like Blessed. Max Blessed Holloway.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's it. I hope it's it. Anyway, I saw the hype and the lead up to it, and you were here on Sunday.
Yeah,
one of the other boys, he tipped Max Holloway points, and your old pal here, Saucy, with a minute to go on the clock before the fight kicked off, I thought, if this is going to go down, I think fucking Maxie's going to have an upset. He's going to win, and he's going to knock that bird out. And the fan favourite, Justin Gaethje, got knocked the fuck out in officially round 5 for 4 minutes and 59 seconds. With 1 second to go on the clock, I've never seen anything like it.
The greatest moment in UFC history I've ever seen.
Yeah, I had 50 on it, paying it $7. So you do the math, $3.50.
Yeah.
It was a game day thing. I mean, you get that vibe and tickled me, and I thought, dude.
Yeah, that's it. You had a look in the mounting yard and you saw Maxi Holloway was looking absolutely special.
A lot of people saying he's done and he's had it, but he's a fuck, he's a man.
His coat was glowing in the mounting yard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you said Maxi's just got that dog in him. I'm just going to quickly, just because he's kind of sped me in, shareholders, Maxi Holloway is my legend of the week.
Yeah, deservedly.
Because what I witnessed for 5 rounds was nothing short of amazing.
Yeah.
It was the BMF Championships, and let me tell you, if you don't know what BMF stands for, it's baddest motherfucker. And Maxi Holloway, well, he showed every bit why he's that BMF, because my godfather, with 10 seconds to go, shareholders, the brother from another mother, he already had it once. So if it went to points...
No, he did.
And this brother said, he pointed at the ground and said, for the next 10 seconds, I want you to throw haymakers like you've never thrown haymakers before. And best man wins. And holy shit, he ragdolled the living shit out of Gaethje.
What I loved about it was just wild because I honestly reckon he won every round leading into that. Maybe one of them went Gaethje's way, but I just thought, holy shit, like he could have gone the other way. Like he could have got clipped in the final second.
Exactly.
But then he put his huge nutsack out there and just clipped the fucker, and he face first into the mat.
Put his Hawaiian hammer on the lawn and said,
insane.
I'm going to do this. Speaking of, hammers, Alex Pereira, if you didn't watch the main fight, this was also OG shit. He got hit in the nuts. The ref wanted to stop the fight. He gave the ref the don't argue.
Yeah.
2 seconds later, boom, folded that Jermaine Hill or whatever the hell. Jeremiah Hill, like a little pancake, like a little beach chair.
He launched at him.
Mate, that was like, if anyone else got hit in the gonads, you'd be down for the count.
Not big Pereira.
Mate, I tell you what, Pereira would have an absolute hammer on.
And he wants to fight heavyweight now.
He wants to fight heavyweight.
Big Johnny boy, look out.
Well, that's a fight for the ages.
Yeah.
I mean, UFC 300 shareholders, you can tell we're a bit of an octagon enthusiast and we've spent a bit of time in the octagon. It was a hell of a card.
303.
Is that
the
Conor?
Mac is back, yeah. Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. That'll be one to watch out for. Jesus Christ.
And shareholders, you're going to hate me because we all love Conor. I think Chandler might fold him.
If I'm McGregor, I don't know why he's getting back in the ring. Like, there's got to be some sort of motivation other than the money. I reckon he's got some fire in him still.
Oh, he definitely does. The Irishman's going to have a crack. I'll tell you what will happen is that will break every possible pay-per-view record there ever is.
The hype will be massive going into it.
Insane.
Yeah.
And Dana White, he will be
laughing.
That cash around.
Yeah.
And Max Holloway, he won the bag. He won $600,000 in
$600,000. So take that straight to Hawaii. Get some fish tacos, go over surf, and fucking put your feet up, Maxie.
Put your feet up.
You are the blessed one.
I tell you what, if he thought winning the BMF title was good, imagine getting told you just won Legend of the Week on OFD.
Massive, yeah.
Like, that trumps anything that he's done in his career.
Have you got Knob of the Week? Or
I'll fire away with Knob of the Week. And this Knob of the Week, it's an interesting one because there's going to be a lot of shareholders out there that are going to be like, oh, fuck, Berkey, like, it's a bit off from you. Now, my Knob of the Week, it happens to be in the Queen Elizabeth. Now, it was day 2 of the Royal racing at Randwick, the championships. And if you don't watch horse racing, we'll go and get fucked. The Queen Elizabeth's a special race day. You can tell I love a punt. Now, I was parked up at the regatta with a few shareholders. Let me tell you, Pride of Jenny, who won the race, bravo, because I've never seen anything like it. But my Knob of the Week is every other jockey in that race that let Pride of Jenny get ahead by about 15 lengths. Get busy, you idiots.
What?
So mate, Pride of Jenny was the greatest honest front-running performance you've ever seen. This thing, it was a 2,000-metre race.
Big race.
Declan Bates, the great Declan Bates, riding Pride of Jenny, just decided, and this is how he runs Pride of Jenny. Batesy just let the Jenny go.
Yeah.
And the Jenny just peeled the ears back.
So it's a known...
It's a known honest front runner.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't like any jockey was like, holy shit, what's Pride of Jenny doing 15 links in front? This thing, mate, and the jockeys, they all got back to the mountain yard and they're all whinging and complaining.
Like, why?
Well, mate, I don't know what. I think they must have thought that he was going too hard, and she was going to slow down. I can't even remember if it's a boy or a girl.
What were they whinging about? That they
were whinging that J-Mac, who I love, J-Mac, came out and said it was embarrassing. So I think it was all self-reflection that they all screwed up.
Oh, right.
Now, if you got Pride at Jenny at $7
Jesus.
or whatever figure it was, bravo to you. Yeah. But my issue is, as a jockey, do your homework.
Yeah.
You know the horse is going to kick and go hard early. Don't let the thing get so far out in front that you're scrubbing your horse at the 800.
Yeah.
So,
how many lengths did it win by in the end?
Oh,
just like 10 plus?
Mate, it was glorious. Like, it was a sight to see at Royal Random.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a feeling, just knowing you're winning for Batesy?
To give you an idea,
yeah.
The cameraman, I don't think he could zoom out any further.
They needed 2 cameras.
Mate, it was
they needed a split screen.
Saucy, it was out of control.
Yeah, right.
It seriously was.
Yeah.
But
Was it a wet track?
Soft 6 maybe.
Yeah.
But nothing. It was just a bizarre race that I've never seen in my 28 years of punting. And that's right, I was punting at one, shareholders.
You were pumping in the sandbox.
I've never seen it. Oh, another thing that I forgot to tell the shareholders, the dog of the shareholders revived, got up.
I've got an issue with this.
Yeah, talk to
serious fucking issue.
I apologise.
Look, we both got on it.
Yeah. I actually didn't, which is a disgusting thing.
Okay, that makes me even more angry.
That's a disgusting confession.
5 minutes before his fucking father's dog
was racing at
Albion Park on a, what was it?
Wednesday.
On a Wednesday afternoon, I get this message, revived, the great dog, the great thing, the Doberman looking fuck, is about to win a race. It's about to run. And this thing, like, the talk up and lead up from the commentators were like, if it leads, it'll win.
Yeah.
Didn't get a good jump. Shot out and came through on the gate. Shit it in. Shit it in. And I'm thinking, post it. Tell the shareholders. You're doing us an injustice.
Shareholders, I am so sorry. It jumped from the red rug, and once I saw it was jumping from the red rug.
Be better. For real.
I do. So, shareholders, that's on me there.
Paying threes.
Paying threes. Beat a dog that I believe won a Group 3 in Melbourne. So, look, only things are looking up for Old Revive. Yeah. And it's the shareholders, Greyhound.
Yeah, it is.
It's the dish licker of all dish lickers.
You sent me the photo of your dad.
Oh,
geez, he was a happy owner.
Mate, I haven't seen him that happier.
Deservingly so.
Mate, he had a grin on his face that I almost thought...
From here to Redcliffe.
I honestly thought he might have caught wood. I genuinely thought he might have tucked the old fella under the belt when he took that photo, because I tell you what, he was that happy, and good luck. Yeah. Good luck moving forward. But... yes, that's my knob and legend of the week, shareholders, and I know it's the gift that keeps on giving that segment.
All right, well, we've got a new segment here. It is, what should we call it? Send us a message?
This is the shareholders moment.
This is the shareholders mic.
This is the shareholders mic.
The shareholders microphone.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got this app, SpeakPipe. It's not an app, it's a website where you leave us a message, whatever you want. And I've listened to all but 2 that have come in today.
Yeah.
Or 1 that's come in today.
Okay. And I'm off scratch. I've got no idea.
You've got no idea. So we'll go. I got told by, I know who it's from, Big Heavy, but we'll go from the top. This is from Latrell Lynn.
Okay.
Death, taxes, and South Sydney Rabbitohs on their hands and knees with the other bottom feeders come September.
Look, I couldn't agree more. I don't think South Sydney...
Oh, you can put a line through there.
There was a line put through them last season for this season.
Which is, honestly, if you're from the borough, you should be disgusted in yourself, because they've got a side that should be playing top 8 under 9.
They've got a fucking good roster.
But it just shows that Latrell Mitchell, Cody Walker and Jack White and that little trio would rather care about being little bros.
Do you know who I look, we don't badmouth anyone here.
Sorry, I love you 3.
But you know who I just don't like who goes off at other players is Tane Milne.
He's just a wanker.
Tane Milne's a grub.
He's a wanker.
He's a grub.
Oh, no, next one.
This one's from the Chook Choker.
Gentlemen, it's the Chook Choker here from Strathorn, aka the ninth wonder of the world. Also with one of the finest tempered bowling establishments of all time. The source would know about that one.
Strathbourne,
this one's
baby.
for Berkey. I just want to know, what's longer, the beak or the old fella? Because as a fellow long beaksman myself, I know the photo finish between the snout and the python. I can assure you of that. And I reckon
He's got more.
the old appendage of Berkey's face would fucking do some damage muff diving. So, yeah. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, the Chook Choker.
The Chook Choker from the ninth wonder of the world. Well, I tell you what, mate, you ask a question that is on a lot of people's mind. And photo finish is probably the best way to describe it.
You've got a hooter on you.
Yeah, I've got a hooter. Like, they don't call me the beak for nothing.
So big hooter, big beak equals, it correlates to a big python.
Yeah, well,
Is that what they say?
Mate, look, I'm happy to confess. Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to the Chook Choker.
I tell you what, Chook Choker.
That's good gear.
I'm not sure. You'd have to go upstairs to the bunker. There might be a protest between the beak and the old fella, and I'm not sure who would win. There might be a bit of interference down the straight. That's a great question, Chook Choker, and I'd love to know who you are because,
Yeah, the Chook Choker.
mate, if you've got a beak on you too, pal, I'd love to share a schooner or a pine or a shot of tequila.
What do you do with your beak when you put it into the schooner? You kind of, like, how do you
No,
get
mate,
around that?
it soaks it up.
You just get it, does your beak touch beer?
It's like washing the old fella in the shower.
So you get it a bit wet.
No, don't
You get a bit of beer on your schnoz.
have a listen to it. Righto, next one. I love your work, Chook Choker.
This one is from a lovely young lady in
Swadika.
Thailand. Thanks, love. See you on.
Shout out to Bay there. That's Saucy's little...
And this one, I haven't heard
Okay,
from,
neither. So let this play.
from Heavies. He said, don't listen to it, and I swear to God I have not listened to it.
No, you haven't.
know.
I don't know. Go.
All right.
G'day, Saucy and Berkey. It's Heavies here, mate. So, look, long-time shareholder, and I'm really impressed by the dividends, boys. So please keep it up. Just wanted to ask the Sauce Man a bit of a general knowledge question. Saucy, you say there was a race in the open sea. You're about 50 metres offshore. It's between a dolphin and a pie cost over 200 metres. Who would win and why? Cheers, boys. Speak soon.
I'm not saying what he wants me to say. A dolphin and what's a pie cost?
$5.50,
Yeah,
Heavies.
yeah,
I
good on
love
you,
your
Heavies.
work, mate.
Nice work, mate.
I thought you had him there, Heavies. I tell you what, if you had it at me, I probably would have got done hook, line, and
Yeah.
sinker. And there's probably a few shareholders out there going, what the fuck's a pie cost? Well, guess what, shareholders? $5.50 is what a pie costs. So,
that's
Heavies,
good.
you might have got saucy, but I reckon you got a few shareholders out there, and there'd be a couple of screws loose, those
That was as good as the one from Joe. No, you know that one too well.
Oh, no, it too
Anyway,
well.
good
Mate,
good try, Heavies. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, shareholders, that's a bit of a hit.
Yeah,
so if
I
you
like
can
that.
all start throwing that in, we might try and clip a couple of them up
Yeah.
because I reckon shareholders are going to love that. Speaking of loving shareholders, I got to give a quick shout out to the big fella, Connor O'Shea. It's his 29th today.
Yeah.
He's a proud shareholder. Happy birthday, O'Shea. And I'll give him a quick plug. I believe he's one of the top leasing agents in Brisbane. So JLL's where he works from, shareholders. If you need a bit of office leasing space, hit him up on 041272.
Oh.
No, I've got I like to what is
You just
mobile
plug
number?
someone's number.
Yeah.
No, that was good gear from the Chook Choker. I think
Great gear
takes
from the Chook
cake.
Choker.
I'd love to know who that is. I actually genuinely have no
Yeah,
idea.
no, I got to say, I don't know anyone from Strathpine. So, mate, happy to add the Chook Choker onto my contact list of people
Yeah.
I know.
Let's have a
And
beer.
hey,
Let's have a beer with Choky.
Chooky Choker.
The
Mate,
Chooky.
if you want to keep rattling off weekly questions, mate, you'll have a fucking segment.
Yeah. That
And
was
any
good.
other shareholder for that fact.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Mate, loved it. Loved every bit of it. I think that's probably how we end it.
The shareholders, what do we call it? The
Well,
shareholders mic.
Yeah, shareholders come up with an idea there. I'm
there you
not
go.
sure.
Put it on the recorder.
Yeah, put it on there. Tell us what you think the segment should be called. And shareholders, if you could come up with a theme song for Knob of Legend of the Week.
Baz is doing some work on it.
Oh, okay, bingo. Shareholders, hell of an app. Enjoy this week.
Yeah.
Like, just grab it and say, this is going to be my week.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Just have a good fucking week.
Have a good week
Yeah.
because if you listen to us 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to start the week beautifully.
I'd say 10 times.
Yeah, there you go.
Unless we give a shit tip.
Which, you know,
Not often.
touch wood, we might give one bad one.
Nah, we got to come up. We can only go up,
we
you
can
know?
only go up. Let it rip, Saucy.
Where's the Queensland spirit now first?
Good ep, bruh.
Great, mate. Fraser McWright, come on board.
We got your phrase.
Go the Bronx.